Hi, my honeys. Today's episode is about the numerology of your name. Thank you for joining me today. This episode is the 7th installment in our numerology series. I hope that you'll find this one particularly fascinating in terms of how you can apply it for yourself, because it's all about the numerology of your name. We don't get more personal than our own names, right? If you have not watched the 6 previous episodes in this series, I have them all put together in a playlist called Numerology. You might want to pause this episode and first go and have a look at all of those, because it gives you a really good foundation. If you are returning to my channel to watch this with me, I thank you with all my heart for being here with me. I appreciate your presence. And if you are new here, welcome. This is Empower Empire, where I'm all about sharing various tools with you for your personal empowerment. You might ask, how can understanding my personal numerology assist me to feel more empowered? Well, my honeys, it is one component, a really important one, of your personal energetic structure. And your power resides within your energetic structure. So to know yourself is to understand the components of your energetic structure so that you can connect consciously and from your heart space with what your personal energy is. So let's get right to it. How do we calculate our personal numerology from our names? Well, the very first thing you need to do is to understand that the 9 numbers of numerology can all be applied to the letters of the alphabet. So from A to Z, number 1 to number 26, each letter has a number. We only need to consider the compound numbers, in other words, numbers above the number 9, from 10 to 26, in regards to 2 things. First of all, the compound number of the first letter of your name is significant, and the master compound numbers of 11 and 22 for the letter K and the letter V, respectively, are also significant. We never reduce a compound number that is a master number, like 11 and 22, to their single digit figure. So 11 is counted as 11 and 22 is counted as 22. So once you have assigned the number to each letter of the alphabet, you can then work out what the numbers are for your name. So in order to try and help you with illustrating this, let's use my name as an example, Melissa. I'm going to need my glasses on to read my notes about this. So give me a second. All right. The numerical values of Melissa are 13 for M, 5 for E, 12 for L, which we reduce to 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3, 9 for I, 2 19s for S, which we reduce to 1, because 1 plus 9 is 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1, and then another 1 for A. So we have 4, 5, 3, 9, 111, which gives us 24, which is perfect for me because 24 is also my birth number. 24 reduces to 6, which again is perfect for me. I am a Libra. 6 is Libra's number correspondent, and 6 is my birth path number. 13 is the significant compound number for me because that is the number of the letter M. So 13, my lucky number, the number of my fortune, which reduces to 4, the number of foundations. So I am indeed a very fortunate girl, and Melissa is the perfect name for me. And this is what you will find when you look into your whole chart, numerologically and astrologically. You will see that there is so much resonance in your chart, in your personal energies. We can also calculate our soul number, the number of our unconscious drives, potentially our challenges, and things that we aren't aware of from all the vowels in our name. And then our character traits we get from the total of the consonants. Then in addition to this, it is also very important to consider how else your name is used. If you have a title, if you are often referred to by your marital status of Mr. or Mrs. or Ms., if you have a qualification like doctor or PhD, the letters for which are always put on official documents with your name, if your full barrel name is often used, or even a nickname, when people say your name to you, you are receiving that vibration. When documents arrive for you, you are receiving that vibration. So it's important to calculate those. And in order to work out, are there any clashing energies? Is there any distortion? Because amazingly, you can correct that in terms of how you are officially and also lovingly referred to. If any of those numbers are an energy that you don't wish to receive, an energy that glaringly stands out from the rest of your energetic chart, a change in spelling or a shortening of your name can fix that for you. So in my case, I have many nicknames: Liz, Lissa, Lissy, and Melis. And all of those reduce to numbers that are very beneficial and very in line with my energetic chart. So Liz comes down to 14 and 5. These are really good energies of change, and I enjoy transformation. So I love the nickname Liz. Lissa is a 6, which is perfect. Lissy is 21-3, which is also perfect, because that is my day force number. Melis is 22, which is 4 again, which corresponds to the 4 from my 13 from the letter M. 22 is a challenging number, but it's a master number. So I welcome the challenge that Melis presents in order to overcome things and expand and grow. The two nicknames that I've never resonated with, even before I had any numerology understanding, were Mel, Melly, whether that's spelled with a Y or a double L-I-E. I've never resonated with those names. And ironically, Melly with a Y is also 22-4, and Melly, which is L-I-E, is 29 and 11. 29 is a karma number and can sometimes be replete with very difficult challenges, as my young life was. I was always called Melly as a little girl. So as much as 11 can be desirable in terms of personal growth, and 29 can bring wonderful karmic rewards, which it does for me these days, I still don't prefer ever to be called Melly. Melissa and Melly seem too far apart. Melly is more of a nickname, I feel, for the name Melanie. So my honeys, let me encourage you to spend some time working out the numerology of your name in all its various configurations and how to benefit yourself by changing those. Because remember, we cannot change the numbers of our birth. We were born when we were born, so our day force and our birth force are fixed, and they were chosen by a higher aspect of our consciousness. But we often, hardly ever, choose our names. Those were given to us. Sometimes our parents were attuned to our energy and they chose perfectly. Other times, not so much. So you can and you do own your name, and you can make it more resonant for yourself, changing the spelling, changing how it's used. In addition to this, if you're really excited about exploring numerology, there are so many other numbers that also have an influence. Something like the number of your home, your telephone number, your social security number. Work those out. See if there's resonance in the chart. By way of example, I can illustrate that when we first moved in to our new home 8 years ago, that house reduced to a number 1. And it was indeed a new start in many, many ways. But it also began a rather lonely and isolating period of my life. I was often alone. 2 years later, we moved into the home we now live in, which is a number 7. So even though that still contains the introspective component, it is a highly spiritual number. And this is the home in which I began my journey of sharing with all of you. Numbers are very, very significant. I really hope that this information that I've shared with you will be interesting, exciting, and beneficial for you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you liked it. And I always appreciate your feedback in the comments, or if you don't want to be public about it, in a personal message. I respond to them all. Thank you for subscribing if you do. Please subscribe if you don't. And I value all your sharing. Thank you. Blessed be. And may your numbers truly bless you. Much love.